Hello and welcome. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com, and I'm here to do the weekly pick a card, your vibe for the week. Okay, so this is 5-card tarot, if you like, with a psychic twist. I'll also do psychic interpretations as I go along as well, and it's very simple. You just simply pick a number between 1 and 5 and I'll do a psychic interpretation for you. Okay, so just now take a deep breath and just close your eyes and let go of all of the stress and trauma of the day. And if you're in Australia, it's only 8 a.m. on the eastern seaboard, and so hopefully you won't have too much trauma and drama at the moment, but let it all go, and very gradually you'll get an idea of a number between 1 and 5. Just go with the first number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that pops in your mind. Okay, open your eyes. That's it. No, we're about to start. Okay, now I have pre-shuffled these cards earlier, but I'll give them a quick shuffle now because I like them nice and fresh. So here's our little board where we're going to put our cards so you can see what happens. Oh, straight away, how's that? This one jumps out, King of Pentacles. Okay, now, interestingly, while I was shuffling, I was seeing coins. Coins are about physicality and change, transformation. That's what I was seeing in spirit as I was shuffling. So we come up with the King of Pentacles. This is great if you've been having financial worries, because this energy is about being in control of your finances. Okay, you'll see he's wearing purple there. Purple's a very spiritual color, which is why we've had that as our business color for the last 19 years, and I'm very fond of purple. Okay, so this could be to do with your finances, but it could also be to do with anything that's physical, and it's about being in charge, king of all you survey. So you have the power, you have the control, and you know exactly just what to do. Now let me have a look. He's got a pentacle. He's got 2 pentacles actually, and you can see this one here is more silver, and this one is darker, sort of more bronze. So in effect it's almost like opposites. So normally you would ascribe silver with the feminine and gold, but for some reason it looks like bronze, or maybe it's old gold or something like that, and you describe that to the masculine. But the point is, he's got both opposites and he's got control of both opposites. Okay, we all have opposites within, and it doesn't matter whether it's male, female, black, white, you know, any opposite you can think of, dark, light, he has control of it. So this is a wonderful energy this week to help you with physical things. All right, that's card number 1. Okay, now concentrating on card number 2. If you've picked card 2 this week, and what's that? Circles in front of me. Completion, cycles, starting a new cycle, ending a cycle, and new things about to start in your life. New chapter, new cycle. That's what I'm seeing in spirit. Okay, I should tell you before I actually pull the card out. It makes more sense. Okay, so I've shuffled these previously, but we come out with the World card. Another beautiful card. A lot of symbolism in this card. You can see in the top corner there's an angel, and this angel is holding up the gold fabric that this lass is dressed in. Gold is very precious in spirit, and it usually is symbolic of a long journey where you've become spiritually wealthy and abundant, and that's because you've let go of a lot of stuff from the past, and you really have a lot of power. You'll see over here in this corner here, it's either an eagle or I think it's an owl actually. It's really hard to tell, such fine detail. I think it's an owl for wisdom. So she's got an angel on one side and an owl for wisdom on the other. You'll see here in her hand a scepter denotes royalty, royalty, the ability to rule your world. And she is adorned in something simple. She's not wearing a label. She's not interested in her clothing, okay? So she's naked, vulnerable, with just a simple, piece of cloth. It's not even clothing really, wrapped around her. Okay, it is gold cloth because that's very precious in spirit. But she's naked, so she's vulnerable. She's got 1 foot on the planet, so she's earthed in physical reality, and the rest of her is in space. Okay, so in space, that's spiritual reality. So the world is your oyster. It's about achieving whatever you have your heart's desires set upon this week. It should come to fruition, or it should proceed very smoothly. So think very carefully about what your heart's desires are, because this is a very powerful card if you've picked number 2. Okay, just lovely. I'll have that. I should have picked a card before I started. Here I'm telling everybody else to pick a card. Okay, so we're going with card number 3. Card number 3. And I'm just looking here to see if there's any comments come up, but I can't see any at the moment. Pick a card. There we go. I was on the wrong page. Hello to those people watching. And right, okay, good. Okay, card number 3, and psychically, let me just tune in before I actually pick the card for you. Number 3, card number 3. Okay, there's a crystal ball in spirit here in my hand. This is about you getting in touch with your intuition and your psychic ability yourself. It's, I can sit here and tell you this, that and the other, but really the best psychic readings are the readings that confirm what you already know. And so we all have some psychic ability, and I know some of you will laugh at that, but it is true. It's a matter of getting in touch with what's going on deep down inside your subconscious, rather than being sort of kidnapped by the thoughts of the ego or the conscious mind taking you away, telling you can't do it, which is not true. These days, most people, certainly, I can't think of anyone, most people have psychic ability. It's just a matter of asking yourself the right questions and being non-judgmental of, the information that you're getting inside your mind, and practicing. Okay, so let's go with card number 3, and we'll see what comes out. Oh, and this one jumps out, and it's the Queen of Cups. Okay, this is beautiful, the Queen of Cups. Now, you'll see here, she's sitting on a rock, and that is a clamshell just there. She's in touch with the ocean. This is what I was just telling you about, the subconscious forces here in the ocean. Actually, it's not a rock, it's a shell she's sitting on. I thought it was a rock at first. It's a shell. So this is all about, and even the colours, see, it's sort of aqua blue like the ocean. This is telling you to get in touch with your subconscious forces. Cups are very emotional. One of the keys, I guess, to getting down in your subconscious and realizing that you're there, because we do go there every day, many times a day in fact, is becoming aware of your feelings. The Queen of Cups is in control. I don't even like the word control, but she's in appreciation. That might be better. She's in appreciation of her feelings. There are nothing wrong with emotions, okay? So in today's society, unfortunately, we have elevated cognition to the Godhead. We think that being intelligent and thinking and being logical is superior to being emotional, and it's just not true. These are equal and valid realms, if you like, realms of the universe: emotions, cognition, spirit, and physicality. She's got her feet on the ground there, so she is not off with the fairies. She is grounded in practical reality. She's in touch with her feelings. Now see up here, she's got a crown on her head and holding a grail. You know the legend of the grail? You may not, I won't go into it here because it would take too long, but King Arthur in search of the Holy Grail. The Grail is the life force that's what it provides us with, the life force that flows into every cell of our being. And that's not just on a physical level, that's on a spiritual, emotional, mental level as well. So the drinking of the Grail gives you spiritual sustenance or chi energy that keeps your body alive, and she's in touch with it. See here, we've got some birds, they're seagulls. And depending where you are, you'll have different connotations for what seagulls, what seagulls could mean. But in Australia, for example, seagulls, we often think of them as stealing the chips when you're down at the beach. Australians are a great beach-loving nation. We're a huge country, almost the size of continental US. But most of the people, our 24 million people, live on the edges. Most of our people live, near the beach. And so here, birds are about flying high, allowing your thoughts to fly high in the sky so you can get a big picture view. It's not just, thinking about details all the time. It's about abstract concepts and getting the bigger picture. This young lass is doing that. So well done you. If you've picked number 3 this week, you're likely to have emotions coming up, and you're in control or in appreciation of those emotions, and those emotions are feeding you. Okay, they're helping your well-being, they're helping. And even if it's like emotions like grief, or and there's tears, you feel disappointed about something, that's fine. And don't try and shut it off. Let that happen, because that is allowing the toxins. Tears scientists looked at the chemical composition of tears and found they actually had toxins in them. So they're toxins coming out of the body. So it's really super important to cry, okay? And all right, let's go with number 4 now. Okay, so tuning into card number 4. Let me just see okay. I've got a ladder here. I can see somebody climbing the ladder. Ladders usually mean ladder of success. You're working towards something, okay? Could be a project or a desire that you have, something that you want, and you're working towards it. It's about taking action steps to get what you want in life. Now they're showing me a clock and it says 5 to 9. I never know what the actual hours or the minutes mean, but 5 to 9, and I feel like it's in the morning. So it's like the day's just begun. The day's not very old. You can still get plenty done, and it's a matter of timing. Sometimes you have to wait a certain amount of time for things. All right, let's shuffle these up again and see what we come out with. Okay, click, 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 and we'll see what we get for card number 4 for this week. Okay, I didn't even look at the date. That would have been smart. I think it might be the 17th. And we come up with the 7 of Swords. If you've picked the 7 of Swords this week, you're probably walking away from a difficult situation. You see here this young lass, she's turning her head looking back, but she's moving forward. It's a 7. Implies some degree of sacrifice. Sometimes it's hard to walk away from something, or something in the past back there. You see she's got a bunch of swords. This is about thinking about this, the scenario, not so much going with the emotions, but going through the thoughts and logically cutting off what you no longer need. Swords are all about thinking, cognition, cutting, dissecting, analysing, working out a logical response to something that you're moving away from. You see these two swords here? She has dug them into the ground. So she is in touch with practical reality as she walks away, her feet on the ground there. She's got yellow legs, so she could be happy about it or relieved. Or yellow can be to do with the solar plexus, fatherhood figures, authority figures that she's had an issue with. Might be a relationship, that there's some problem in a relationship and she's just saying, no, I'm going to move forward. These tents here can imply travel, but they also imply the chakras. See the tent door open? Implies the chakras are open. Okay, so she's moving away from a difficult situation that she might have sacrificed something, and she's thinking about it, and she's being very practical and organised. Okay, 7 of Swords. People think that swords can be negative, but they're not negative really, because there's nothing wrong with cutting off something that is hurting you or not serving you for your highest good. It's up to you to decide, what is for your highest good or not. Now, I wonder if I can just get that little bit sharper. Too far. That's probably as sharp as I can get it. Okay, now we're going to go with card number 5. Card number 5, and see what I can see first. Okay, so I've got the ocean in front of my in my field of vision in spirit, and it's been a stormy night. I see the clouds. Okay, so again, there might have been some difficult situation. It's not raining now, it's not storming now, and so peace is coming. The waves are a bit turbulent, so this implies that you might be feeling a bit off in some way, not exactly peaceful, but a new day will still dawn very soon. Let's have a look in the cards. Okay, and shuffling these up now, see what we come with. Okay, and the top card is the Hierophant. Okay, this is like the feminine version of an authority figure. There's a lot of knowledge here. You see she's sitting on the books. Okay, who's out there that's got a lot of knowledge but they haven't actually done anything about it very much? Sitting rather than acting. There's a time to do this. I'm not being judgmental. I'm just saying there's a time for sitting and assimilating knowledge and information and going within and getting your own viewpoint on things. That's all good. Equally, a time will come when action needs to be taken. She is wearing red to match my nail polish. How colour coordinated. She's wearing red for action. Okay, so she will be taking action at some point. So a lot of knowledge here and wisdom. You'll see in the actual book 2 keys, 2 golden keys. So she has within the keys to success. She already knows what she has to do. This will be you this week. If you've picked number 5, you'll know something that you're going to have to take action on at some point. The Hierophant, it's about teaching. It's about learning. You can teach other people things that you've already found out yourself. See here, all the books here. You'll see she's got like a staff. Well, you could say it's a staff, but it's actually is like a key as well in her hand. And in the other hand, she's got 2 fingers up, which I think is a variation on the victory sign. And she's wearing a crown on her head for royalty, if you like. So if you've picked the Hierophant, study, knowledge, sharing, and I always say sharing and caring, because there's no use doing it in an unkind way. People learn best when they feel appreciated. Okay, so if you want to teach people something, you can't come from a superior attitude, and it's not so much about whether you're right or you're wrong. Your information might be perfectly 110% correct, but if it's not delivered in the right way, then it doesn't mean anything, does it? Okay, So leave some comments. Let me know how you went. What number did you pick from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? And can you relate to this yet? Or maybe next week come back and let me know, did it all pan out for you? I'd really love to know. That would be fantastic. Okay, so I'll just put that like that. Thanks for tuning in. I do these pick a cards every week, 8 a.m. Sydney, Australia time, which I think is 7 p.m. if you're in Los Angeles, 2 a.m. if you're in Londinium, 6 a.m. if you're in Perth, Western Australia, and 10 a.m. if you're in Auckland, New Zealand. So please come along. I would love to see you. Thanks to those who did tune in. I could see you there. I can't see comments though, but that might be my iPad setup, so I'll have to look into that further. But I'll if you ask me a question in the comments, I will actually answer you in the comments, if that makes sense. So thanks for tuning in again. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell for updates. Now I'm about to go on to Facebook, our Absolute Soul Secrets page, so you can catch me there, and we'll enjoy some more fun. Okay, have a lovely week, and I will catch you again next week. Okay, bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual.